Everything is collapsing faster than anyone could have predicted. The empire built on secrets, power, and manipulation is cracking at its very core. And the most shocking part? The person who looks unstoppable, who seems untouchable, might actually be walking straight into chaos. Landman Season 3 isn't just raising the stakes, it's obliterating the game entirely. Tommy is on a mission to build an empire from nothing, while Cammy's world is spiraling into a downward vortex that may leave nothing standing. The trailer makes one thing abundantly clear. This is no longer a story about who's smarter, stronger, or faster. It's a war where loyalty is fleeting, ambition is deadly, and one misstep could destroy everything you thought you knew. From the very first frame, the trailer throws us into the eye of the storm. Cammy, once confident and in control, now faces the full weight of isolation. She thought firing Tommy and pushing Nate away would prove her independence, that she could run MTech without anyone else's influence, but the reality is far more brutal. In cutting herself off from allies, she has stripped away every layer of protection, every safety net that kept her afloat. The trailer hints at the fallout already. Deals that once seemed solid are now teetering on the edge. Investors, sensing weakness, hesitate. Board members who once nodded in compliance are now calculating risks in silence. And Cammy? She's starting to realize that control is slipping through her fingers faster than she can grasp it. Season 2 showed us a Cammy driven not by business acumen, but by obsession. After Monty's death, the company stopped being about money or strategy. It became a way to preserve Monty's legacy, to control the uncontrollable. And now that obsession has mutated into paranoia. The documents Monty left behind, untraceable, secret, ominous, aren't just puzzles, they're warnings. Nate tried to caution her, urging her to dig carefully, but the trailer implies she's digging for answers she may not be ready to face. What if Monty wasn't the hero she believed? What if the very foundation of MTech was built on lies, manipulation, or crimes Cammy has yet to uncover? The changes in her demeanor are subtle but haunting. That sharp, decisive gaze when she fired Tommy has dulled. Every signature, every decision, every interaction now carries the weight of doubt. Mistakes, which were once minor, now have consequences that could tear the company apart. Galino's loyalty, once assumed, has shifted decisively toward Tommy. The moment Tommy walked away, Galino emotionally detached, leaving Cammy to face not only her grief, but the cold, calculated pressures of investors who no longer respect her authority. The trailer doesn't just show a CEO under stress, it shows a woman standing alone on a crumbling empire, facing threats from every direction. And the money is bleeding. MTech, the company she thought was hers to command, is quietly collapsing. Partnerships are faltering, contracts are unsteady, and whispers of federal investigations hover like dark clouds. If the hidden documents link to illegal activity, undisclosed deals, or financial mismanagement, Cammy could lose everything, not just her position, but her life's work. Pride won't let her surrender. Ego won't let her admit Tommy was right, so she doubles down. Bigger risks, higher stakes. And the trailer shows that in this world, bigger risks come with consequences that are just as explosive. Everyone she counted on is gone. Tommy is building CTT, Nate has chosen loyalty over promotion, and even her remaining staff is tentative, ready to abandon ship at the first sign of danger. And the most terrifying suggestion of all? The trailer hints that what she discovers in Monty's documents could shatter the very image she held of him. Something illegal, something dangerous, something that rewrites her understanding of the man she idolized. If this truth emerges, it won't just collapse MTech, it will detonate it. So the question becomes, can Cammy survive when the empire she's desperately trying to protect was built on a lie? And if she can't, what will be left when everything crashes down around her?
While Cammy is spiraling into chaos, Tommy is rewriting the rules entirely. Season 3 opens not with survival, but with mastery. He takes the fallout of his firing and turns it into the ultimate advantage. The trailer immediately establishes his presence, walking into every room with that silent, commanding confidence we've seen before. He's no longer merely responding to threats, he's creating them. Each move is calculated, every decision layered with strategy, and yet the trailer hints at subtle tension. For all his apparent control, Tommy is aware of how quickly everything can unravel. One wrong calculation, one underestimated rival, and the empire he's building could collapse in an instant. CTT isn't just a company, it's a machine, a meticulously orchestrated network designed to absorb risk and maximize influence. The trailer teases the team around Tommy. Nate, finally liberated from Monty's shadow, handles finances with precision, uncovering loopholes and opportunities that keep CTT several steps ahead. Rebecca, Dale, Thomas, Ariana, and Boss all operate like cogs in a machine, complementing Tommy's vision with skill, loyalty, and calculated intuition. For the first time, Tommy is more than a survivor. He's a strategist, a leader commanding resources, talent, and timing in a game no one else fully understands. But the trailer doesn't let us forget that no empire grows unchallenged. Galino's presence looms over every deal. His millions aren't gifts, they're strings, unspoken and weighted with expectation. The trailer shows subtle cues, Tommy glancing over his shoulder, tension flickering behind his otherwise unshakable demeanor. One misstep could bring months of planning crashing down. The stakes are personal as well as professional. Cooper's violent altercation from the last season casts a shadow over Tommy's operations. Someone's watching, someone's waiting, and revenge doesn't need a courtroom, it needs leverage. A single threat could spiral into disaster, and Tommy knows it. Expansion is bold, calculated, but it comes with exposure. CTT is taking markets that MTech once dominated, moving into territories rife with competition, scrutiny, and political eyes. The trailer teases massive infrastructure plays, strategic partnerships, and aggressive growth, but with each gain, visibility increases. Rivals circle, investors watch, and Galino's expectations tighten like a noose. Tommy's calculated victories are thrilling, but the tension is palpable. The trailer shows moments where even the confident strategist pauses, weighing risks, reading shadows, and anticipating threats that could undo everything he's built. And then there's the moral complexity. Loyalty isn't guaranteed. Allies can falter under pressure. Subtle hints in the trailer suggest that the team Tommy trusts could face personal dilemmas, family, morality, ambition, that force them to choose between him and their own survival. And if they falter, the consequences won't just ripple, they'll explode. The trailer teases small but significant flashes, glances of doubt, hesitations during deals, conversations half overheard. Tommy's empire is powerful, but it's fragile, held together by the precision of his leader and the calculated loyalty of those around him. The tension between Tommy's empire and Cammy's collapse is already visible. While she struggles to hold on to a crumbling MTech, Tommy's methodical rise makes it clear that power is shifting, and fast. But the trailer hints at something more dangerous. The two storylines might collide. Monty's secrets, hidden documents, and the shadows of past decisions could intersect with Tommy's plans in ways that neither character anticipates. Alliances could fracture, leverage could change hands, and survival might demand a betrayal. Tommy isn't untouchable. The trailer suggests that even he could face a threat born not from outside enemies, but from the very people he trusts. And then there's the looming question: can Tommy's empire withstand the pressures of ambition, loyalty, and vengeance colliding all at once? Every expansion, every deal, every partnership is a gamble. The trailer leaves us wondering, if the empire rises too fast, could the higher you climb make the fall that much deadlier? The tension isn't just external, it's internal, psychological, and strategic. And the most terrifying part? The trailer hints that the first cracks could appear in places Tommy never expects. So here's the cliffhanger. Tommy is ascending, Cammy is crumbling, and Monty's legacy looms like a ticking bomb. But when their paths inevitably collide, whose empire will survive and whose will burn entirely? Cammy is unraveling faster than anyone could have anticipated. Season 3 isn't giving her a moment to breathe, and the trailer makes that painfully clear. She isn't just losing control of MTech, she's losing her grip on reality. Every decision she makes feels urgent, forced, and desperate. The confidence that once made her untouchable has been replaced by doubt, paranoia, and fear. The trailer teases her, glancing at every document, every email, every contract, as if betrayal is lurking in every corner. And in a world where information is power, Cammy is starting to realize just how powerless she really is. The hidden documents Monty left behind are central to her downward spiral. What at first seemed like mundane corporate paperwork now carries the weight of potentially explosive secrets. The trailer hints at offshore accounts, backdoor deals, and undisclosed agreements, everything that could ruin her legally, financially, and reputationally. Monty's legacy, once sacred in her mind, is becoming a ticking bomb. Cammy is forced to confront the possibility that the man she idolized, the one she built her career and company around, was far from perfect. Worse, if these secrets emerge, the fallout won't just hurt her, it could destroy MTech entirely. And yet, she doesn't back down. Pride, ego, and desperation drive her to make moves that are increasingly risky, even reckless. The trailer teases moments where she's cornered, negotiating under pressure, taking emergency measures that defy conventional logic. Decisions that in the past would have been measured, calculated, and strategic are now reactive, impulsive, and high stakes. Every action she takes has consequences, and the trailer emphasizes the domino effect of missteps. One miscalculated deal, one overlooked clause, one misread ally, and the empire could collapse in a heartbeat. Isolation intensifies her desperation. Nate refuses her offers, loyal employees are leaving or preparing exit strategies, and Galeno is emotionally detached, watching silently. Cammy is alone, forced to navigate a minefield of enemies, legal threats, and corporate chaos. And the trailer suggests that she may be the first to weaponize Monty's secrets. Desperation can make even the most cautious person dangerous, and Cammy's desperation is now bordering on obsession. If she finds leverage, if she discovers something explosive, would she use it even if it risks everything? The stakes keep escalating. Partnerships that once seemed secure are crumbling. The trailer hints at sudden deal failures, emergency meetings, and tense confrontations that suggest MTech is bleeding influence and resources. Investors smell weakness. Allies question her judgment. Regulatory scrutiny looms closer, hinted at by subtle lines and visuals that suggest authorities are already probing past operations tied to Monty. Cammy isn't just fighting for power, she's fighting for survival, for control over a company that may no longer be hers to command. And Monty's shadow is everywhere. Every decision she makes is haunted by the secrets he left behind. The trailer teases moments of recognition, the weight of understanding that what she's defending may not be worth saving. The empire she built around his legacy is crumbling under the revelation that Monty's past decisions were far more dangerous, far more personal, and far more explosive than she ever imagined. Every document, every hidden deal, every secret is a potential weapon, one that could be turned against her by rivals, by Tommy, or even by her own desperation. But here's the most unsettling part. Cammy's collapse is strategic as well as emotional. The trailer hints at calculated risks, alliances with untrustworthy partners, deals made under duress, aggressive moves designed to shock the board or investors into submission. She's no longer playing the long game. She's reacting, pushing harder, gambling bigger, and in a world this ruthless, one wrong move could be catastrophic. The trailer leaves viewers questioning, will her desperation give her the edge she needs, or will it push her beyond the point of no return? And the tension intensifies because Tommy is rising simultaneously. Every calculated step he takes contrasts sharply with her spiraling chaos, emphasizing her isolation and vulnerability. The trailer teases the possibility of these two forces colliding in unpredictable ways. Could Cammy weaponize Monty's secrets against Tommy, against Galeno, or even against her own company? Or will her obsession blind her to the fact that every move she makes tightens the trap around herself? So the cliffhanger looms large. Cammy is cornered, desperate, and armed with secrets that could explode in the wrong hands.
But the question remains, when desperation meets obsession, when a crumbling empire is held together by fear and pride, will she rise as a cunning force to be reckoned with, or will she destroy everything she's fought for, including herself?
As Tommy ascends and Cammy descends, Season 3's trailer makes one thing crystal clear. These two worlds are moving toward collision, and when they meet, nothing will survive untouched. Tommy is methodical, precise,